Lillian was dumped on the street, injured and bleeding. She dragged herself into a hospital. While the doctors worked to save her, they asked who attacked her, but all she did was cry out for Steve. When Steve found out his ex-girlfriend had been assaulted, he rushed to the hospital. Seeing Lillian's battered state, his face filled with pain as he asked what happened. 2 nights ago, Lillian tried to leave her hotel when she was suddenly ambushed by 3 large men. They said nothing, dragged her back to her room, assaulted her, beat her severely, and dumped her on the street. When Steve heard the attackers were staying at the Gold Brick Hotel, he immediately backed off. That hotel was a haven for outlaws, completely anonymous and untouchable. Steve didn't want to go up against men with nothing to lose, especially since the hotel's owner was the real boss of Las Vegas. Even though Steve wanted nothing to do with it, he still ended up walking into the Gold Brick Hotel on his way back. He found a housekeeper named Casey and asked about the attackers. Casey told him the ringleader was the son of an Italian mob boss, ruthless, surrounded by hitmen.
Fuck with these guys.
Taking her advice, Steve stepped away from Lillian's situation and headed straight for the casino to blow off steam. He exchanged $100 for chips and started playing blackjack. Just as he was about to lose everything, he suddenly had a flash of inspiration. Steve borrowed $10,000 from Danny and rushed back to the table. With a few bold plays, he began winning big. Crowds gathered, thinking they were watching the next gambling legend. With his stack growing, Steve eventually hit $500,000. He went all in on one final hand. When the cards were revealed, he won again. The entire crowd erupted in cheers. All Steve had to do was cash out, and he could finally buy the yacht he'd always dreamed of. But standing at the counter, he hesitated. Steve had grown up in Vegas. He'd always dreamed of escaping, but now that he had the chance, he realized that outside of Vegas, he was nobody.
This is no one, Nick. Fuck your money.
So he returned to the table and pushed all $500,000 into one final bet. Before the dealer could finish dealing the cards, he'd already lost. Steve walked out of the casino quietly, fading away as the applause behind him died out.